What's up guys, and welcome back once again to Dowsit Reviews. Today I'm checking out a brand new case from InWin, so massive thank you for them sending this over for me. This is the InWin Prism. It's a full ATX case, not quite a full tower. It is relatively big but not massive, but it's got some stunning visuals, so we're literally going to take you through it. I've already done a building it. I didn't want to do a montage of building because it get boring. So I've literally built into it already. I'm going to take you around it quickly, show you all the features that it has, so we can get a good idea of what it can do, everything like that, and then basically we'll turn it on and I'll show you its little party piece. Right, so first of all, let's go through sort of the panels and things. So this side we've got a tempered glass panel, which is, as you can hopefully sort of tell, let me tip it up for you, it's sort of angled. So we've got straight here and it angles at the bottom, and it also angles at the front here, so it looks really, really nice. I'll try and get some better shots at the end once it's all powered on and looking nice. So we've got that, and it angles around the front of the case as well. You can see here it angles here as well, which looks really, really nice. Really, really nice design. And you might be able to tell already, you can't actually see through the glass at the moment, but that's when it comes to its party piece in a second. So to remove that, you literally just pull it away. Absolutely toolless, nothing else to do with that in terms of getting it off. And then once we've done that, we can get access to take the front panel off, which just pops away. Which, as you can see, has got sort of this missing piece here, that's obviously where the glass goes. And it's full mesh panel there with the InWin badge on the front there, looking really classy. And it's looks like a decent mesh there. It's not removable, the mesh, it's literally, that is your intake there. So at least it's not completely glass and it's not going to get choked, but you've got plenty of intake on the front there. Coming around to the back, hopefully you can see we've got this vent here, which is where your 3 side fans can go, and you've also got a vent at the bottom there to help bring some more air in there as well. This is the same sort of situation to remove it. Pop it away from the back, just get your hand around the back and then pull away. And as you can see, we've got a dust filter here as well, which is removable. It's just magnetic onto there, which follows the contour of the case as well, so plenty of dust filtration on there. Let's just quickly talk about the top as well. So on the top, let's light down. On the top, we've got another removable mesh dust filter, just a standard sort of mesh magnetic one. And then going to the front I/O, we have a power button here, we have 2 USB-A's, we have a USB-C, we have a combined audio jack, and we also have an LED button, because this case does have its own built-in LEDs, which I'll show you in a second. So that's the top bit talked about. In terms of the support, you've got up to, I think it's either 360 or 280 up here. In terms of the support for fans up here, we've either got 3 120mm or 2 140mm, so a 360 or a 280mm radiator could go out. You'll see in a minute that there's lots of space at the top as well for cooling and stuff. Let's go back and talk about the front. It's got this sort of transparent plastic in here, which is where your fans go. Hopefully you can see that on the camera, and this can hold up to either 3 120s or 3 140s, so you can go up to a you do a 360, you do a 360, or you could do a 420 radiator up the front here as well. And then also at the back here, let's talk through the cooling whilst we're here. You've got this side piece here as well, which currently comes with 3 fans pre-installed, and it also comes with one at the back as well. But this is up to 360mm of fans or radiators there as well, so plenty of cooling options there. And then round the back here, we've got another one of these fans. I think these are called the Vortex fans that they give you with these. And you've got another 120 at the back here. So you've got a total of 4 pre-installed fans. And one thing I will mention is when it comes with these fans on the side, the other way around, so they would be exhausting, which isn't obviously great. So definitely flip those around if you're new to PC building. You definitely need to do that, or if you don't notice it, there you go. So let's talk about the interior of this. So in terms of total fans in here, so you obviously your top, your front, your side, your back, you can get up to 10 fans in this, and obviously 4 installed as standard that come with it, but you can get up to 10 in here. Now let's talk about the interior itself. So GPUs we can get up to 435mm in length. This is a big card. This is a 7900 XTX Red Devil, so it is a big card. You can see you can get some very sizable cards in here, so you could get quite a bit more in there still as well. So 435 should fit most of your cards, even like 5090s and stuff should be fine in there. As you can see, you got that space at the front there. But obviously the bigger your graphics card go, it eats into your radiator or fan space and things like that, so you have to bear that in mind as to what you're going to do. It isn't the biggest case in the world. Now in terms of the CPU cooler, the one we're using here is the Be Quiet Pure Rock Pro 3 LX, if I've got that right, and it's up to 175mm total height, which will fit some of the biggest ones. Some coolers like your Noctros and stuff I think are 180, so you might not get those in here, so just bear that in mind again. But 175 is your maximum heatsink height in here. Like I say, 435mm for the graphics card, and then the PSU, which is in this enclosure down the bottom, is up to 238, which is plenty, to be fair, for most PSUs now. They've got smaller than used to be as well, even for the high powered ones. Now other than that, in this case, this is also, you might not be able to see it here, but we've got holes at the back all the way around here. We've got plenty of space, plenty of space up the top here. You can see all this space here, so you can get your radiators and stuff in here. But if you can see them, I'll try and put my fingers through them at the back. You can see my finger coming through there. You've got support for backwards compatible BTF boards, so you can use those in this case as well. And like I say, if you are just doing a water cooled build, got absolutely tons of space up here for your radiators and fans and things like that, so you should be able to get some thick radiators in there as well. Now one thing I did mention at the start, you can just see it dangling down there because it doesn't quite fit in the middle, which is just a little bit of a annoyance, but shouldn't be too bad. There's a strip of LEDs along there, and this does have its built-in RGB controller as well, so there's a strip of LEDs along there. And also, if we just tilt the camera down, we've also got a LED strip that runs all the way along here. Now whilst I'm here as well, this panel here at the end is removable to help you with putting your power supply cables in to route them and stuff like that, so you can get your hand in from this side, which is nice. As a thumb screw at the back. And that's about it for it in the internals, to be honest with you. So what I'll do is I'll flip it around to the back and I'll show you what we've got there. Just whilst I'm here, the actual back has also got this sort of little handle here, so you can actually pick it up there, but when it's got a PC in it, it's very, very heavy, so I wouldn't recommend it. It's held on by a couple of screws, but yeah, it's there if you want it. And then it's standard layout at the back, like I say, up to 120mm fan at the back, only 120 there, and with adjustable slots. Standard I/O, 7 PCIe slots. This, let me just, please excuse the mess in the background. This panel here can be removed by these 4 screws, so you can rotate the whole PCIe slot cover, and then you can get vertical mounted GPUs in there as well. I've not done that today, I've just gone with a standard horizontal, but you can do it easily. Obviously you'll need a riser cable, you don't get one with the case. So yeah, that's that one. And then moving over to the back side of the case, hopefully you can see enough. With it being black, it's quite hard to pick up on camera. You can see we've got obviously where all your cables and everything go. I haven't done any cable management as of yet, really, because I'd never know how long this is going to stay in here. So as you can see now, you can see the place for all your fans that go on the side. With on the outer panel, you've got ventilation there for that as well. So up to 360 there for radiator and fans. Up here, just tucked away up here, there's actually an ARGB controller with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ports on it, so you can run 6 ARGB components, fans, whatever you need to do on that, and that's connected to the LED switch on the top of the case, so you've got that built in. There's no fan controller, but do you really need one these days, as motherboards generally have a lot more headers on them and stuff. Then we've also got this here. This is your tray for your SSDs. You can take 2 SSDs on this tray. Now I don't have it listed in my notes from InWin on terms of drive compatibility, but looking at it is literally just 2.5 inch SSDs or HDDs on there. It doesn't look like there's any support for a hard drive, but obviously they're not really being used these days as much, so I can see why they've gone that sort of direction. Other than that, there's not a great more deal to tell you. I told you about the PSU length. In terms of cable management, there's quite a decent gap at the back here. I'd say a good maybe 1.5 to 2 inches there, so you can fit your cables in really easy in the back here. So that leaves that's it really in terms of the specs of this case. One thing actually I didn't mention, let me just quickly pan the camera down. One thing I forgot to mention is there is a removable dust filter that comes the whole length of the bottom of the piece of the case that's removable from the front as well, so it makes your life a lot easier, so you don't have to pull your PC out to get to the dust filter. So that's a nice little inclusion. So anyway, that's it for the specs. Let's get it plugged in, get it turned on, and you can see what it looks like once it's on. Right, so there we have it, the InWin Prism by InWin. So again, massive thank you to them for sending this over. Hopefully you agree with me, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the nicest cases I've worked in for a long time, if ever. This panoramic glass on the side here just looks absolutely incredible, and I love the fact that you can't actually see in it unless you look really, really closely until the lights are all on, and when they come on, obviously it displays your PC and looks absolutely incredible. Now, it may not be the biggest PC case in the world, but it can fit a lot of stuff as well. As you can see, it's fit my 7900 XTX Red Devil, no issues whatsoever, fits in there lovely. It fits plenty of cooling, up to 10 fans, and obviously multiple radiators, up to 360s, and 2 and 420s on the front, I think it was, I can't remember now. But yeah, absolutely tons and tons of room for cooling and other stuff. The only thing it's lacking is room for storage if you're using not using M.2s, or if you've run out of space for M.2s on your motherboard. Then it only has the 2 drive bays for the 2.5-inch SSDs, which can be a bit of a letdown and might be a bit of a put off for some people, but a lot of people aren't using 2.5-inch SSDs or any hard drives these days anyway, so it's not probably going to be a massive issue. I like the fact that it's got the built-in RGB controller, that's really, really good, and also you can change that on the front. Currently my graphics card doesn't change with it because obviously you can't link the graphics card in to change with it, so that sticks out a little bit, but when I've finally finished with this, I'm probably going to set it all to red anyway, because that's my colour and that's what my final setup will be. And on that, I think this is going to be my case for my final setup for a while anyway, where I'm actually hopefully eventually going to water cool the whole thing, including the graphics card. I've had the block for over a year now and I've still never got around to doing it, so hopefully that'll be coming soon, so if you want to see that, stick around. But yeah, absolutely fantastic case. I can't really pick any faults with it really. There's plenty of cable management space. I didn't do any cable management, but the panel still went on absolutely no problems whatsoever, and I am using the Be Quiet Straight Power 12, which has just a really thick sort of sleeved cables, like the braided kind of stuff that goes around, which are really chunky, and they fit in there no problem, no issues getting them in. I didn't have to sit on the case to get it shut or anything like that. But yeah, in terms of design, this case is absolutely beautiful. It looks absolutely stunning. The only little nitpicks, like I've already said, I think was the fans. When you get them, it's the flip the wrong way around, so they're going as exhaust, which isn't obviously ideal. Probably if you put like a radiator in the front, then you could get away with that, because it would bring in the cool air through the radiator and chuck it straight out the case. So you probably could do it that way, I suppose. But as it is, best to flip those around so you've got them as an intake rather than an exhaust. Otherwise you're not getting any fresh air into your case, other than obviously the natural flow of air. Other than that, I don't really have a lot to say about it. It is an absolutely beautiful case. I've not seen much like this before. This is inspired by one of their really fancy cases they did. I can't remember what it was called now, which was obviously tens of thousands of pounds, I believe, which did the same sort of thing, but I think they had a button to basically clear the gas. I can't remember now, but they did one that this is inspired by that, so it's got sort of the two-way mirror thing, whereas you don't see through it until you turn the lights on, and it looks absolutely incredible. I do apologise for the mess in this room and trying to get the shots to make it look good and whatever. They probably don't look the best, but hopefully you've seen enough of the case to see what it looks like, and I apologise for all the mess in the background. But yeah, that's it. So far so good. Really, really good case. Really impressed with it. Does a good job. Build quality is decent, as is expected with most of InWin stuff, to be fair. I've worked with a lot of InWin stuff in the past, and I've never had any issues with it. So yeah, thumbs up from me. Absolutely fantastic case. I'm not sure of the price. I'll put a link in the description below for you to see that. I'm not sure of the price, but like I say, link in the description for you to check that out. Obviously it will vary depending on where you are, but yeah, if it's a decent price, then it's definitely a good buy, and hopefully it will be. So if you like this, guys, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, then give it a thumbs down, and if you have any questions about it, I can obviously reach out to InWin to get answers for you if you need them, or I can obviously try and answer them myself if I already know them. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.